Heal yourself naturally. The wisdom of Buddhism, Stoicism, and Zen. We live in a world that often tells us that healing requires external intervention. Pills, doctors, surgeries, or therapies. But imagine a life where healing comes from within. What if the key to not only physical, but emotional, mental, and spiritual healing lies not in endless treatments or fixes, but in the ancient, timeless wisdom of philosophies that have helped people thrive for thousands of years? What if we could unlock the power of the mind and body working together, tapping into the wisdom of Stoicism, Zen, and Buddhism to heal naturally? Imagine waking up each day with clarity and peace, your body lighter, your mind quieter, your heart fuller. This is not a distant dream, but a reality that is accessible to all of us, no matter our circumstances. The mind-body connection, the intersection of mindfulness and acceptance. Buddhism, Zen, and Stoicism all teach us the profound connection between the mind and body. In fact, these philosophies recognize that the mind cannot be separated from the body. They are in a constant, intimate relationship. When we feel emotional pain, it often manifests in physical sensations. Anxiety might tighten our chest, anger might knot our stomach, and fear can create tension in our shoulders. But just as these emotions can affect the body also influences the mind. Have you ever noticed that when you hold yourself in a posture of stress, perhaps hunched over or tensed up, it affects the way you think and feel? The wisdom traditions remind us that the body and mind speak a language we must learn to understand. Buddhism teaches us that suffering is an inherent part of life, but it's not just the external circumstances that cause this suffering. Often it is our attachment to those circumstances and the way we mentally react to them. In Buddhist practice, the goal is to let go of this attachment and cultivate mindfulness, which is the ability to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. By doing so, we allow ourselves to live in the present moment, free from the chains of past regrets and future anxieties. Stoicism, too, teaches us the same principle, but in its own way. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus argue that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. They understood that our thoughts shape our reality, and that if we cultivate resilience and mental discipline, we can achieve tranquility, even in the most difficult situations. What if you could practice mindfulness in the same way? Imagine sitting quietly, paying attention to your breath, observing any sensations or thoughts that arise, but without clinging to them. Each breath becomes an opportunity to release any tension, physical or mental, and return to a state of calm. You might notice that as you focus on your breath, your body begins to relax, your heart slows, and your mind quiets. This is the beginning of natural healing. The mind-body connection is so powerful that it works both ways. When you take the time to calm the mind, the body follows. And when you care for the body through exercise, nutrition, and relaxation, the mind becomes clearer and more focused. Start each day with a mindful practice. It could be as simple as sitting for 5 minutes with your eyes closed, breathing deeply. As you breathe, notice where you carry tension in your body and consciously release it. Focus on how your body feels with each inhale and exhale. This act of grounding yourself in your body will help you anchor your mind in the present moment, bringing clarity and calm. Meditation is perhaps the most powerful tool at your disposal for healing. Both Zen Buddhism and Stoicism emphasize the power of inner stillness, though in slightly different ways. In Zen, the practice of Zazen, seated meditation, is an essential way to clear the mind and return to a state of natural balance. Zen teachings often emphasize letting go of all attachments and simply being present with each moment as it is. The beauty of Zen is that it encourages simplicity. There is no need for complicated rituals or complex thoughts. Just sit, breathe, and be. In Buddhism, meditation is used to cultivate mindfulness and awareness. By sitting in stillness, one becomes more aware of the nature of thoughts, emotions, and sensations. Over time, this awareness leads to a deeper understanding of how our minds work, allowing us to detach from harmful or distracting thoughts and to heal emotionally. Stoicism, too, teaches us the importance of reflection. While Stoics may not have practiced meditation in the formal sense that Buddhists or Zen practitioners do, they placed great emphasis on daily reflection and journaling. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, used his meditations as a way to process his thoughts and emotions, teaching himself to approach life with wisdom, acceptance, and equanimity. Through reflection, he cultivated emotional resilience and inner peace. Meditation, regardless of the specific tradition, provides a direct means to achieve inner peace and healing. It allows us to confront the chaos within us, to see our thoughts and emotions as they are, without judgment, and to release them when they no longer serve us. Try meditating for 10 to 15 minutes daily. Start by sitting comfortably and focusing on your breath. As thoughts arise, simply notice them and gently bring your attention back to your breath. If your mind wanders, that's perfectly fine. The practice is about gently guiding your focus back, not about achieving perfection. Over time, you'll develop a greater sense of calm and clarity, and you'll find that your physical body responds to this mental stillness with greater ease. At the core of Buddhism lies the practice of metta, loving kindness. Metta is not just an abstract feeling of goodwill. It's an active practice that requires us to cultivate compassion, first for ourselves and then for others. By developing a deep, heartfelt kindness towards ourselves, we can heal the emotional wounds we carry and transform the way we relate to others. Zen, too, encourages kindness, but with a slightly different emphasis: the practice of simply being present with others. Zen teaches that when we approach others with presence, without the fixed distractions of judgment or expectations, we cultivate a space where healing can occur. It's not just about sending positive thoughts or prayers. It's about being fully available and compassionate in the moment. In Stoicism, we are reminded to practice kindness and compassion as part of the rational pursuit of virtue. Marcus Aurelius, in particular, taught that everyone is part of the same universal fabric. We are all interconnected, and the Stoic approach to compassion is grounded in the idea that helping others is a natural expression of our shared humanity. The most powerful form of compassion, however, is not just the way we treat others, it's the way we treat ourselves. How often do we hold ourselves to unrealistic standards, berating ourselves for mistakes or perceived flaws? Metta teaches us to love ourselves unconditionally, to treat ourselves with the same compassion we would show a loved one. This is the heart of natural healing. Start each day with a simple, loving-kindness meditation. Sit quietly and repeat the phrases: "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be at peace." Allow these words to sink deeply into your being. Notice any resistance or discomfort that arises and simply breathe through it. As you continue, extend this loving kindness to others. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace. This simple practice shifts your mindset from one of self-criticism or judgment to one of love and compassion, setting the stage for healing. Perhaps the most challenging yet powerful practice for natural healing is acceptance. Both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that suffering arises when we resist the flow of life, when we struggle against things that are beyond our control. Buddhism emphasizes that all things are impermanent, and attachment to anything, whether it be people, experiences, or possessions, leads to suffering. By learning to accept the impermanence of life, we free ourselves from this cycle of attachment and suffering. True peace comes when we stop fighting what is, and instead embrace what is. Stoicism mirrors this teaching, reminding us that we can only control our thoughts and reactions. We cannot control the actions of others, the weather, or the vast majority of external events. Therefore, the Stoic practice is to focus on what we can control, our inner attitudes. When we encounter adversity, we must remind ourselves that it is not the event itself that causes us pain, but our judgment of it. Acceptance does not mean resignation. It does not mean giving up or passively enduring hardship. Rather, it means acknowledging the reality of the situation and choosing to respond with wisdom, resilience, and serenity. Whenever you encounter a difficult situation, pause and reflect. What part of this can I control? How can I respond with wisdom rather than reacting with frustration or anger? By practicing this kind of acceptance, you begin to free yourself from unnecessary suffering. You stop fighting the present moment and instead embrace it as an opportunity for growth. Healing is not an end goal, but a lifelong process, a continuous unfolding. By incorporating the practices of Buddhism, Zen, and Stoicism into your daily life, you create a foundation of inner peace, resilience, and wisdom. You heal through mindfulness, through meditation, through compassion, and through acceptance. By healing yourself in this way, you not only transform your own life, but you become a source of healing for others. Healing ripples outward, creating a more compassionate, peaceful world. So remember, the path to healing is not about finding external solutions, but about tapping into the profound power of your own mind and body.